So we've been able to eat outside at restaurants, but now some indoor dining is allowed, at least in Orleans, Genesee, and Wyoming counties, because remember, they are technically part of the Finger Lakes region, which entered phase 3 of reopening today. And Matt Gray and Jonathan Major are the owners of Eli Fish Brewing Company in Batavia, and they join us live right now. So guys, I know it's a busy time for you because within the past hour, you were able to open the doors there and welcome customers back inside. Tell me what you've been doing leading up to today and what you're seeing there right now.
Sure. You know, we've been spending the last 2 weeks or so really preparing for this day, and as you mentioned, we opened up at 5 o'clock, so within the last hour. But a complete, going through the facility, sanitizing, cleaning, revamping our menus, switching from takeout back to dine-in, and then starting a couple days ago, retraining our staff. We have at least half the staff that are here are the first time back in 12 weeks, and we're all really excited to be here. We're all really excited that to welcome our guests back to Eli Fish.
Jonathan, you're fortunate enough, and we're looking at some pictures on the screen right now, to have a pretty big space there, which does enable you to do some of the social distancing requirements and also have a decent crowd back there tonight, or at least a decent number of people enjoying a meal. I imagine you feel pretty fortunate about that.
Yeah, we are one of the larger dining establishments in the area, so being able to seat even at 50% capacity, we're over 150 people. So we are definitely fortunate that we're able to host a large number of people while still abiding by the regulations.
So let's talk about those regulations. How onerous have they been, and have you had any difficulty with customers following those rules? Do you think they're too strict? Do you think they're not strict enough? Where do you come down on that?
You know, I think leading up to this, the not knowing part was much worse than what they actually turned out to be. Going through all the pretty well stated regulations that came through from the state this week and last, it really boils down to making sure that you're continuing being clean, make sure that you're washing your hands, doing temperature checks on your staff, and making sure that the tables are 6 to 8 feet apart, and we're all wearing masks when we're not seated. All in all, I don't think that's too onerous. And, we have, guests that are in right now, about 60 people. We've had no issues leading up to this, and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah, Jonathan, you both had mentioned the process of going from what your restaurant used to be to then doing only takeout and pickup and delivery, right? And then now you're kind of switching back or doing both of those. That must have been a pretty challenging process.
Fortunately, we have a very good staff, and they were able to pivot really well. We were able to go to takeout very easily, and the local community embraced it. We did a lot of takeout during the quarantine, and now it's a little bit of a task to come back to the way it was, but everybody has handled it very well.
Well, I know your customers are thrilled. I've heard great things about your restaurant. Haven't been there yet, but we'll certainly check it out. Matt Gray and Jonathan Major are the owners of Eli Fish Brewing Company in Batavia, joining us live here within an hour of being able to reopen. Gentlemen, wish you all the best, and thanks for taking some time for us.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
And have a pint for those of us here who aren't able to go out tonight. All right, thanks for joining us for today's Town Hall, everybody. The number to text us a question or comment is 849-2200, and we hope